Welcome back to my channel. Ayan, Edeline Official. Ayan, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening sa lahat. Sana po ay nasa mabuti tayong kalagayan at ligtas sa anumang kapahamakan. Ayan, at bago pa ang lahat, thank you po doon sa lahat ng support ninyo. Ayan, viewers, subscriber, non-subscriber, at sa lahat po na laging nagtatangkilik ng aking mga upload. Ayan, at kung bago lang po kayo sa channel ko, ayan, pakisubscribe, Edeline Official, and don't forget to click the notification button. Ayan, pakiring yung bell para uh, ma-notify kayo for my next upload. Ayan, and today I am sharing the chapter from the Bible which we can learn. Ayan, at ma-apply natin sa buhay natin. Ayan, for our daily lives. Ayan, pwede natin maging gabay. Ayan, and eto na po. Ayan, and God bless us all. Ingat po tayong lahat, and thank you very much. And ayan, and I'm sharing in English. This is for our general knowledge. Ayan. From Genesis chapter 14, saying, and when Araphel was king of Shinar, Arap king of Elasar, Kedorlaomer king of Elam, and Tidal king of Goyim. This king went to war against Bera king of Sodom, Bersa king of Gomorrah, Shinab king of Admah, Shemeber king of Seboim, and the king of Bela, that is Sor. All these latter kings joined forces in the valley of Siddim, that is the Dead Sea Valley. For 12 years, they had been subject to Kedorlaomer, but in the 13th year, they rebelled. In the 14th year, Kedorlaomer and the king of Alad with him went out and defeated the Rephatists in Asteroth, Karnim the Sorites in Ham, the Amites in Shabi, Kiriatem, and the Hororites in the hill country of Seir, as far as hill, para near the desert. Then they turned back and went to En Mesphat, that is Cadiz, and they conquered the whole territory of the Amalekites as well as the Amorites, who were living in Hazizom Tamar. Then the king of Sodom, the king of Gomorrah, the king of Admah, the king of Seboim, and the king of Bela, that is Sor, marched out and drew off their battle lines in the valley of Siddim against Kedorlaomer king of Elam, Tidal king of Goyim, Amraphel king of Seymour, and Arioch king of Elasar. 4 kings of against, and Arioch kings 5. Now the valley of Siddim was full of tarpets, and when the kings of Sodom and Gomorrah fled, some of the men fell into them, and the rest fled to the hills. The 4 kings seized all the goods of Sodom and Gomorrah, and all their food, then they went away. They also carried off Abram's nephew Lot and his possession, since he was living in Sodom. A man who had escaped came and reported this to Abram the Hebrew. Now Abram was living near the great trist of Mamre, the Amoritist, a brother of Eshcol and Aner, all of whom were allied with Abram. When Abram heard that his relative had been taken captive, he called out the 300 trained men born in his household, and went and forsook as far as Dan. During the night, Abram divided his men to attack them, and he routed them, pursuing them as far as Hova, north of Damascus. He recovered all the goods and brought back his relative Lot and his possession, together with the women and the other people. Afar Abram returned from defeating Kedorlaomer, and the kings allied with him. The king of Sodom came out to meet him in the valley of Shabi, that is the kings of valley. Then Medilsedek king of Salem brought out bread and wine. He was blessed of God Most High. And he blessed Abram, saying, Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and praise be to God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand. Then Abram gave him a tenth of everything. The king of Sodom said to Abram, Give me the people and keep the good for yourself. But Abram said to the king of Sodom, With raised hand I have sworn an oath to the Lord, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, that I will accept nothing belonging to you, not even a thread of the strap of a sandal, so that you will never be able to say, I made Abram rich. I will accept nothing but what my men have eaten and the share that belongs to the men who went with me, to honor Eshcol and Mamre. Let them have their share. After this, the word of the Lord came to Abram in a wisdom. Do not afraid, Abram, I am your shield, your very great reward. But Abram said, Sovereign Lord, that can you give me since I remain childless, and the one who will inherit my estate is Eliezer of Damascus? And Abram said, You have given me no children, so a servant in my household will be my heir. Then the word of the Lord came to him, This man will not be your heir, but a son who is your own flesh and blood will be your heir. He took him outside and said, Look up at the sky and count the stars, if indeed you can count them. Then he said to him, So shall your offspring be. Abram believed the Lord, and he credited it to him as righteousness. He also said to him, I am the Lord who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldeans to give you this land to take possession of it. But Abram said, Sovereign Lord, how can I know that I will gain possession of it? So the Lord said to him, Bring me a heifer, a goat, a ram, each 3-year-old, along with a dove and a young pigeon. Abram brought all this to him, cut them into and arranged the halves opposite each of the birds. However, he did not cut in a half. Then birds of prey came down on the carcasses, but Abram drove them away. As the sun was setting, Abram fell into a deep sleep, and a thick and dreadful darkness came over him. Then the Lord said to him, Know for certain that for 400 years your descendants will be strangers in a country not their own, and that they will be enslaved and mistreated there. But I will punish the nation they serve as slave, and afterward they will become out with great possession. You, however, will be good to your ancestors in the peace and buried at a good old age. In the 4th generation, your descendants will come back here, for the sins of the Amorites has not yet reached its full measure. When the sun had set and darkness had fallen, a smoking firepot with a blazing torch appeared and passed between the pieces. On that day the Lord made a covenant with Abram and said, To your descendants I give this land, from the Wadi of Egypt to the great river, the Euphrates, the land of Canaanites, Kenizzites, Kadmonites, Hittites, Perizzites, Rephites, and Amorites, Canaanites, Girganites, and Jebusites. And dyan po nagtatapos ang ating sharing, ayan, from the book of Genesis, chapter 14 and 15. And hope, it will guide us, ayan, for our daily lives. The story given as example at pwede natin i-follow, ayan, dahil yan ang, tamang pamumuhay, ayan, tamang kaalaman, ayan, at napaka-wise natin pag i-apply natin sa buhay natin sa bawat araw. And hope we will be blessed from this message, ayan, from the story na share ko. Ayan, we are blessed. And hanggang dito na lang. See you on my next vlog. And thank you everyone. I love you all. At ingat po tayong lahat. Bye-bye!